Good morning. Good morning. So, in dealing with a smear campaign yesterday, another one that I have to squash, right? Like, seems like I'm constantly having to squash smear campaigns because Karen Bernal apparently does not know how to operate as a political consultant with any level of positive messaging. Her messaging entirely surrounds lying about people and tearing them down. That's the only thing she knows how to do. So let's do a little review of your fucking career. Let's do a little review of your my first knowledge of Karen was when Delane Easton was running for governor, and they were trying to force our revolution to endorse her in 2018. They were unsuccessful because Nina Turner was the president of our revolution at that time. And Nina Turner is a public school teacher, and there was no way she was going to let our revolution endorse a charter school industry candidate. Karen has been consistently trying to get the progressives of California to believe that charter schools aren't a problem. They are a fucking problem. It's the privatizations of public education. This is also why she keeps attacking unions. This is why the Progressive Caucus has had a long-standing problem with unions. Does this sound very progressive to you? This person who is calling herself the Forever Chair, does that sound very progressive to you? That she keeps trying to do things that are corporatist, like privatization of public education, or like being anti-labor? Does that sound fucking progressive to you? So yeah, my first knowledge of this horrible person was in 2018 when she was trying to get the Our Revolution chapters to all sign a petition to get Delaney Easton endorsed, which didn't happen because Nina Turner put a stop to that. This is also why they attack Nina Turner, you guys, because Karen does have a national footprint by way of her relationships with the Jimmy Dore Network and the Nick Brana Network and all these live streamers, these podcasters and YouTubers and shit. And yeah, she's had the Convo Couch has been doing her bidding for years. And they're horrible. They are horrible fucking people, and they're libertarians. So that was my earliest involvement. But some of the campaigns she's worked on Kim Ellis's campaign. Kim Ellis apparently had some level of huge donations coming in from like Germany, that she said that because she was running for chair, she didn't have to disclose it. She didn't have to talk about it. Delane Easton also apparently had some sort of billionaire backer behind her when she was running for chair. Karen was a consultant to all of those campaigns. Everything she touches, smear campaigns come out against people. Every fucking thing she touches. She has completely poisoned the progressive movement in California. And she's trying to do it nationwide too, with the reach that she has out of her Hollywood connections. It's so gross. It's so gross. It's not just like a thing that poisons politics and makes it difficult for us to get legislation passed. It's something that actually she literally has no moral values. She is willing to ruin people's lives with her bullshit. Somebody needs to do a deeper dive on that woman. Like a background check, dig into the finances, figure out why the hell she does what she does, and who the hell she's working with and getting financed by. Because She killed Bernie's campaign through shit like this. She killed Bernie's campaign through shit like this. And she's currently going to kill every progressive organization that spawned out of Bernie's movement. It's all going to be done. Because how many people are going to want to stick around when they're seeing things like emails roll into the Sunrise Movement attacking activists who I don't even organize with the Sunrise Movement. I don't even organize with the Sunrise Movement. You don't think that, some people might take a look at that and be like, that's really weird. Why are they even talking about her? She's not organizing with us. Why are they even talking about me? What, because I shared your event? Because I shared your fucking event and said that people should go to your event? Well, I'm not saying that anymore. But I wasn't even organizing with your group. And yet you're circulating shit about me within your Slack channels and bullshit. Your emails and crap. That's some amazing nonsense. And it's like this entire network of people are children. It's like they're completely children. And they'll believe anything. And they'll believe it from any source. This is another big problem with progressive politics, is that people will believe anything from any source. What's that one that every single writer is anonymous and they all sign in as Tyler Durden? What's that one called? Yeah, people are not checking their sources because they're looking for information that affirms their pre-existing beliefs, right? So they don't want to verify it. They don't want to look at like whether the source is legitimate or not, because they think they're getting some special secret news that is, the press is so corrupt, the press won't cover it. I mean, sure, there's a lot of us out there that are writing things, that are blogging, that are, creating articles about covering events that the press wouldn't normally cover. But shouldn't you look at our resumes? Shouldn't you know who's writing that? Shouldn't you say, okay, well, if I'm going to read something from Jenna Beck, I can see that she has been participating in party politics since 2017. And that she has been covering the events. She's been attending the meetings. So she knows something, right? But then you've got this Abner Vizcay fucker, who doesn't go to anything. And he just puts out a podcast, I Love South OC, with a smear campaign against the mayor of Irvine. Progressives, there are some progressives who would watch that and actually believe what he had to say, despite the fact that, what the fuck is his resume? What did he say? He said, I have an MBA and I've lived here for 12 years, from 2011 to 2021. You know what I'm saying? What is your actual resume? Did you participate in party politics? Do you attend the meetings? What are you doing to actually learn the information that you're talking about? And no, it can't just be, I'm reading the Orange Juice blog. Fuck's sake. Yeah, look into your sources, folks. Look into who are you reading and believing and talking to? Who are you reading and believing and talking to? Because I can assure you, Karen and her network have been smearing me since 2018. I've gotten all sorts of shit spread amongst our political community, and I'm always surprised that people are just willing to fucking believe it without, and these are purportedly smart people that, actually hold positions, political positions and shit. For instance, I have only met Ann Moore once. Online she goes by Jacqueline Stewart. I don't know why these people are using fake names either. It's really shady. I've only met her once, but she knows several of my mutuals who think highly of her because she has certain positions political positions, right? But yet she's willing to spread smear campaigns. I've only met her once, and it was for like 30 seconds. And yet she was out there telling people that I'm a plant, I'm a DNC plant, and I blow up progressive campaigns. That was where it started. That was where it started, because that's the same fucking smear campaign that they've used against Jeff Campbell. It's the same smear campaign they've used against Don Ford. Now, there might be some truth to it in Don, just because he's very temperamental. he has some meltdowns, right? He has some meltdowns. So there might be a little bit of truth to that. Not that he's a plant. He's not a plant. He's not a DNC plant. But he is a difficult person. He's a difficult person to work with. But that smear campaign's been going on for years against him. It's been going on against Jeff Campbell this year. And it was circulated about me in 2018. It's the same damn fucking smear campaign. You keep throwing it after people who basically go against whatever candidate or don't do exactly what you want us to do. They keep doing this bullshit over and over again. And yeah, it's coming out of Karen Bernal and Norman Solomon and Jimmy Dore and Nico House and Convo Couch and Nick Brana, Gail McLaughlin, her network too. These people will absolutely eat up and circulate smear campaigns against people without any consideration for the source or how circulating that slanderous information might actually hurt people's lives. They don't fucking care. And if you don't care about people, then what the fuck are you doing calling yourselves a progressive? What are you doing saying, I'm fighting for the people, except that I'm anti-labor, and except that I'm pro-privatization of public education, and except that I like to destroy people's lives with slanderous information? How is that fucking progressive? And why are you guys more focused on that than actually doing the activism necessary to get Medicare for all? Why did you guys attack Farrakhan, who is the mayor of a city that is one of the most environmentally forward cities in the country? And she was named one of the top 10 most influential mayors in America. Like, why would you attack her? Well, because that came from multiple fronts. That's why I know that it had to have been somewhat backed by the Karen Bernal network, because they had so many people involved in what they did. They didn't just have this weird dude that says he's covering South Orange County politics and doesn't know anybody down here. And there was like a hashtag on that video that said Palos Verdes Estates. So you're from fucking LA County, right? I don't even know what's going on with that. But he wasn't the only one. He also mentioned that Vern Nelson was involved, because the Orange Juice blog was supposedly involved as well. And then somebody else, one of my local contacts, dropped that there was a third hit piece that was in the Voice of OC from supposedly a delegate who I've never heard of before. The fact that people do this, that they contribute in this, and that they get Karen's has an entire network of people who are getting involved in party politics to do this to people, to ruin people, and to demonize the party, and to demonize certain politicians and stuff. It's like setting up a network of moles and disruptors who their purpose is not to get us Medicare for all. Their purpose is to drag meetings out for 4 to 5 hours, filibuster the proceedings, embarrass politicians. It's not, there is no real purpose to what she is doing, other than she is an actual enemy to the left. She is an enemy to the left. And yet there are several of you who celebrate her and lift her up. She's a fucking enemy to the left. She's hurting everything that we do. I wish that we could get a Bernie Sanders style president someday. But we will never be able to do that so long as Karen is fucking over California politics. They were sabotaging his field operations in California. They were sabotaging his field operations in California. I know because it fucking happened to me when I was a Bernie victory captain. I don't even organize with the Sunrise Movement, y'all. I was literally just promoting your event, and I was going to show up and just attend and maybe cover it over live stream. But you know what? If that's how you're going to operate, you guys are going to work with Karen Bernal and focus on smear campaigns and lies and not check your sources. And it's like, oh, I just got this weird email from somebody I've never heard of before. And there's no source information. And it's saying a ton of horrible things about this woman named Jenna Beck. Well, clearly I believe that. I believe everything this dude said. Do you people think, do you like ever put like any thought into what you're reading and like what you're thinking? This is a big problem with the progressive left, is just believing libel, believing slander under, and not checking your sources. This is why Nico House still has an audience. This is why the Convo Couch still has an audience. This is why Jimmy Dore still has an audience. Because you're not using any sort of critical thinking. You're just like, well, he's affirming my hatred for the Democratic Party, so sorry, listen to him. These people are spewing nonsense on a daily basis, but you still listen to them. All right, I had greater hope for the Sunrise Movement because it's more the Gen Zs, and so I thought that, okay, they are hopefully a little bit detached from these old jackasses that are trying to these older movement jackasses who have been doing their bullshit. But it sounds like the older jackasses got in. It sounds like they got in and started influencing Sunrise Movement. So kids, I hope that you can kick them the fuck out of your organization and take your organization back. Take it back. Don't let these old... Karen Bernal's been doing politics for like 20 years. It's like 15 or 20 years that she's been doing politics. She's establishment. Okay? She's not progressive. She should not be directing you how to run your organization. She should not have access to drop smear campaigns into your organization. And yet, she hires people to do this shit, as far as I can tell. That's what it looks like to me. She's hiring people to do this bullshit because she's a professional consultant. She is consultant class, you guys. She's fucking consultant class. And that's why she does what she does. She's fucking... When I first got involved in politics, one of the things that I kept hearing out of like the three ladies who were in charge, because there were three ladies who worked pretty closely together in 2018, and they all had like some massive falling out for over their slate operations, their ADEM slate operations. It was Karen Bernal, Katrina Bergstrom, and Susie Shannon. And they apparently had a big falling out. But what I was hearing out of that network of people is that because they all had positions on the Progressive Caucus, that they were in charge of progressive slates. They were the only ones allowed to use the word progressive, that they were the only ones allowed to officially sanction who was considered progressive. I heard that as far back as 2018. Karen went a step further and actually set up a pack with Norman Solomon. She went a step further and she got dinged for it. The party came down on her. Because they're not supposed to be doing that. That's cheating. That's fucking cheating. But yeah, they all had a falling out. And Karen is trying to own the word progressive. But she has taken our politics to such an incredibly toxic place that people are dropping off. People are dropping off. They're like, I just don't even want to participate in any of these organizations anymore. And I think that might be the goal. I think she's been fucking with us the entire time. That might be the fucking goal. Is to make it so miserable that people don't even want to participate in politics. This should be like Cub Scouts. It should be like showing up to a Cub Scout meeting when you go. Like, it should be easy. It should be easy to show up to a political organization and participate in an action. That should be easy. It shouldn't be a terrifying experience because you don't know if a criminal is gonna fucking slander you because you participated. It shouldn't look like that. That's not what politics should look like. But that is under Karen's fucking reign. That's what it looks like. That you can't even participate without the fear that there's going to be basically a mafioso style network of shitheads who want to destroy you. It shouldn't look like that. I'm going to take today off and do some singing, I think. I don't know. If I read something, I might comment on it later. I might do some, I don't know. I'm going to eat something.